I'm Dave, you're watching Dave's Taste Buds, and welcome back. I usually say I got a banger of an episode for you today. I got a banger of an episode today. I got a great episode for you today. I've got a great episode for you today. I got a simple, easy recipe for you today. This episode, all I can say is just gonna be a wild, crazy episode.
Buckle up.
I'm going to make mac and cheese egg rolls. I've been waiting to do an episode, kind of a podcast episode type thing with my cousin where we taste a bunch of different mac and cheeses. Because I've noticed at the supermarket nowadays, there's like 20 feet floor to ceiling of all these different kinds of mac and cheese. Everybody makes them. You know what? I forgot to grab the boxes to show you. And among the two kinds that are on the shelves are, of course, your standard Kraft Mac and Cheese, which is this one. Cheetos Flamin' Hot Mac and Cheese, which is this one.
That is crazy.
I know, this sounds crazy.
I'm gonna roll these in some egg rolls. I'm gonna add a little bit more cheese to them. We're gonna fry them up. We're gonna check them out, all right? First of all, you're gonna wanna make these a little bit ahead of time so they're cooled down, just because they're a little bit easier to manage when they're cool. So I made these maybe an hour ago.
People think that you like bowls, and if you just...
Alright, so now that we have our two mac and cheeses, Flamin' Hot Cheetos and regular Kraft, the classic, let's go ahead and roll some of these up. I'm gonna show you the technique. First off, make sure you have all the stuff you need. Pay attention, Dave. Losing your mind. I'm gonna get these out of the way. Now, you can use water and cornstarch. I like to use egg wash. It's kind of our binder to get our egg rolls together. I got these in my local supermarket too. Twin Dragon. Why does everything have to be so stereotypical? So, we're gonna take our egg roll wrapper. Let's start with our regular Kraft Mac and Cheese. You know what? Let me throw on some gloves. All right. Egg roll wrapper, standard mac and cheese. Now, I was just going to do, you're gonna wanna make yourself a decent little pile, kind of in that front corner, so you get a corner facing you and a corner facing away. I wanna really kind of pack it in there, but not overpack it. And I was gonna leave it alone at just that, and I thought, God, that is boring. And actually, now that I look at it and think to myself, I could throw bacon in here. But I really want to test these out side by side, so I'm just going to leave that alone. But I am going to add, I found some Mexican cheese in the fridge. You could probably use American, you could probably use cheddar. I'm just going to add some of this, just to give it some extra, I don't know, some extra pull to it, little extra flavor. Now, here's how I do it. Take your egg wash, and I like to do some on this corner, some on this corner, and I start with a little on this corner, a little up the sides. But keep this close by, because we're going to use it at the last minute to bind this together. We're going to pull this up, we're going to push our ingredients right up in here, like that. Hoping this camera is giving you a good angle. I'm going to fold this right over like that. I'm going to fold this over like that, very much like rolling a burrito. Then I'm going to kind of want to push these corners in some, get it crimped a little bit. Then I'm going to want to pull it tight, Pull it tight, just kind of keep rolling it forward. Just like that. Then I'm going to take a little bit more egg wash and do that. I'm going to roll this right over. Pinch that in there. You want to make sure you get those sides tight. There's not a perfect technique for that I know. I mean, there probably is, but I just don't know it. So everything's kind of trial and error a little bit. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to just kind of, crimp some stuff if you have to. Just make sure that we're nice and tight. We're together. That'll be good. That should hold on. As soon as this hits that hot oil, it's going to just grab it, pull it all together. So that's one of those. Let's try some of that flaming hot Cheetos. And let's use a little bit more egg wash this time on the sides. Start with, look at this. Look at the color of this stuff. Look at that. Look at how bizarro neon nuclear red this stuff is. This is, I'm not even going to look at the ingredients, but I'm assuming there's a healthy dose. You know what? I'm going to look. Red dye number 40. I betcha. Red 40, that's what I thought. Yellow 5, yellow 6. All kinds of wild ingredients. Just eat this stuff in moderation. When you feel like having a crazy snack, or you get a bunch of people coming over and you just want to do something absolutely wild, that they're going to be like, what the hell are you doing? Mac and cheese spring rolls, that's what we're doing. I'm going to do a little bit more egg wash on the sides. And while we're doing this on my big range, I have my oil heating up. There's nothing worse than having everything done, and then you gotta wait for the oil to heat up. We gotta get that to 350, so it's heating up. I'm gonna pull our ingredients. This may be a lot, and this does really come together if you really just want to try to squeeze it down. Get this corner, wrap that kind of in there. Same with this other side. Wrap this over so we can get that to grab. Pull these together. Give it a good flip. Get that nice and tight. There we go. I like this one even better. Leg wash on the corner. Roll that over. Ha! You can see the red right through it. Crazy. We got some stuff sticking up, but like I said. Wait, I have to pause this right here. What is this right here? What is that?
Male pattern baldness.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Great. All right, back to the episode. And as these sit for a couple minutes, it's going to really bind together. But don't be afraid to just give them a good little crimp. I'm going to do that. So I'm going to roll up just a couple more of these so I can show you. I'm going to bring my oil over, and then we're going to cook them up, and then we're going to eat them. Well, I'm going to eat them. I'm going to test it. I'm going to let you know the best I can through descriptive words what they taste like, all right? So sit tight. Just give me a second to get this ready to go. Okay, we're back. I got our egg rolls all rolled up and ready to go. I got our oil at 350. So we're going to go ahead, just take that out for now. I got this on really, really low because I know we're at a good temperature already. Now you're going to want to just very gently drop these down here. Got my spider here. I'm going to try to get at least these in here for now. Very gently. If you don't feel comfortable, just go ahead and use some tongs. I want to be real careful with this. Now all we're looking to do here is get some heat and get some color and some crispness. Obviously, there's nothing in here that needs to actually be cooked. There's nothing in here that's raw. So really just want to get some color in here. We want to have our oil at 350. If it's too low, the spring rolls or anything you're cooking in oil will start to absorb that oil because it's not cooking, it's just kind of just drawing it in. And if it's too high, it's just going to fry the outside really quick and it's not going to heat up the inside. So you really want to get it between like 350, 375 should be good for just about anything that you're frying. I'm going to have a recipe in the description below. It's really not a lot to it. Once you get your, if you can follow the recipe on a mac and cheese box, the rest is just practice, a little bit of technique. See how I'm just kind of keeping these things rolling? So we're just trying to get some color. We want to melt that cheese inside. Shout out to my, my two dogs, Oliver and Brady, pictured right here. It's a bright, sunny Saturday up here in Massachusetts, so really surprised, pleasantly surprised that they're not just barking like crazy at everybody that's walking by. Brady's in the backyard. He usually barks at people in any other side yard or the backyard. And Oliver usually barks at whoever's walking by or driving by. God forbid, it's a postal worker. Ooh, you'll never hear the end of it. Alright, these are actually looking pretty good. They're almost there. Just a couple of minutes. See that color? That's all you want. See that crazy red coming through? What are we about to eat? Pop these out again. Nice color. Christmas? Oh yeah. There we go. Alright, I'm gonna let these cool down just a little. Just a little. And then I'm gonna plate them up and then I'm gonna taste them. Alright? So sit tight. Okay, we're back. Our egg rolls are all cooked up, fried up nice. We got one of our Flamin' Hot Cheetos, one of our regular. I got a, ooh, I always see people do this. Oh, see that? Hear that crisp? Let's check it out. Oh yeah. Look at the insides of that. Cheesy goodness. Ooh, it still feels hot. It's been a couple minutes, but. Oh man. It tastes exactly what you think it would. Picture of mac and cheese, a little bit creamy, all wrapped up in this crisp little shell. I don't know how else to describe it. To be honest, it almost feels like it could use a little salt and pepper or some kind of dipping sauce would certainly take care of that. This one, I don't know what this one's gonna be like. Oh, look at, we got some melted cheese in here, all mixed in with whatever the heck this other stuff is. Get out of there. All right, Flamin' Hot Cheeto egg roll. Take one. It actually has, ooh, a little bit of a kick to it. Flamin' Hot Cheetos, they are not kidding. Ooh, that's warm. If you're a hot sauce guy or gal, I mean, these are good. You might want to even take a little hot sauce. I got a whole bunch over there from First We Feast with John Evans. If you ever get a chance to check out that show, check it out. But yeah, a little bit of some kind of hot sauce on here. Maybe even like if you wanted to cool it down, kind of do like a blue cheese situation, ranch maybe. It's a lot of different options. So anyway, yeah, check them out. They're not hard. They're easy to do. You got the technique down. I showed you how to do it. Just me showing you how to roll an egg roll and get it in the frying oil, that's worth a subscription. So hit that, would you? And then don't forget, I got videos up here, I got a video down here, or vice versa. It might be a bunch up here and one down there, or one up there and a bunch down there. Subscribe button over here. Hit them all. Like, comment if you would, because I love to hear from people. And once you're done doing all that, go cook something.